Women, cover the up. Put on more clothing. Dirty. Sorry, was that triggering? On a Wiccan holiday, I cleanse the jar. On a Wiccan holiday, I cleanse the jar. I'm not Wiccan. I do pre-pagan rituals. I'm pre-pagan. I'm more hardcore than that. On a Wiccan holiday, I'm more hardcore than Wicca. I'm pre-pagan. I'm pagan. I'm like that Wiccan. That's I'm not Wiccan. On a Wiccan holiday. In 2020 and 2021, they believe they were under a curse. Now it's time finally for a bit of the Dissociadid banter. I'm not sure I can be asked this video. I kind of wanted to watch this video because it seems really cringe, but it's one of the... There's a whole load of her videos that I've never watched, and now that she's been saying and doing stuff that is way more actively harmful than I have ever remembered her being, I kind of want to see if some of these videos that she was making 6 months ago, 5 months ago, 4 months ago, introducing her new alters, are... Because I didn't bother watching these. I just thought they'd be cringe. I just didn't want to bully. But I still don't want to bully. I just want to know what this content is now.
Hello. My name is SEER. This is my Meet the Alters video for me to introduce myself to you. By doing this, we hope to raise awareness about DID and our experience of it, to give an insight into just one of many unique ways.
If music starts playing, this is brainwashing. This is like she's trying to get us in a trance state. What is this?
A system can look and how they may develop over time.
Is this a subliminal?
This is the purpose of the Dissociadid project, and I am happy to participate in the destigmatization of our disorder by
Oh, you're trying to educate people as part of the Dissociadid project, something that you keep saying in recent comments that you're not trying to do. Interesting. She's been obsessively saying on TikTok that she's not an educator and she's not trying to educate people with her content. Very interesting claim for her to be making now.
I am one of the alters who split from Nadia. Kaya's system update video goes over this split and the other alter who resulted from it. Nadia also was involved in a Meet the Alters video herself. I'm sure Kaya will link those videos in the description box or on the screen as they do the video editing for the Dissociadid project. I am more than happy to do more videos, however I am uncomfortable having the body's face on camera. More so than many others in our system, I find it extremely unsettling to see me using another's face.
It's because she's a spiritual dead alter.
I do not see myself having an appearance of my own. When I first split, I saw something of a sort. Dark hair, short hair, green eyes.
Nothing like the film Split though, guys.
Now I don't see that anymore. It's an ever-changing mist of perspective and reality and viewpoints. Perhaps I don't take...
Is she wearing a Pocahontas skirt? Is she wearing a skimpy little Pocahontas skirt, guys? Loungers, is she wearing a skimpy little Pocahontas skirt while she gets co-op thyme and cinnamon and tries to make some, like, Wiccan-looking shit with her co-op thyme and cinnamon? She's mixing... She's not mixing herbs. She's mixing herbs. She's not she's making seasoning. She's making dinner. She's making dinner, guys. She's making dinner dressed like Pocahontas, guys. Oh no. Oh no.
Of perspective and
She's just making dinner.
reality and viewpoints. Perhaps I don't take a human form, or perhaps I'm just unable to see it yet. But what I do know is that I found a comfort and a strength in my practice that Nadia was never able to find. Our system has a fear.
Oh, she's the evolution of Nadia, which was the Native American one. Yo!
Of spirituality and of religion, despite how interested and dedicated to it in her own way Nadia was. Thanks to my own breakthroughs that have been successful in protecting our system, I am no longer afraid. I've made deep connections.
How would I not watch this one? How would I not watch this one? Also, she tells people not to sexualize her. But just hilarious. But she's wearing Pocahontas cosplay. She's wearing Pocahontas cosplay. Oh no. And this is the evolution of Nadia. Oh no. Nadia digivolved into SEER and became more racist again. Oh, this isn't appropriation. I thought we had agreed that, like, this sort of thing was like almost akin to like blackface, right? I thought people had like agreed that this was like the same as blackface is towards black people, right? That like it's like red skin face, isn't it? Isn't this like red face? Kind of like if you're doing this, like dressing up like an Indian and doing your little witchy rituals as a white girl. Isn't that like a little bit like that doesn't feel like appropriation? It's not a slur in my country, sorry.
And I will always trust the earth more than people. I am our system's...
I was saying it in the role, knowing that it's a racist. I know it's like not appropriate. That's why I was doing the role of inappropriate racist, but I didn't know it was like full-blown slur.
Protector, a role that used to belong to Nadia. Nadia didn't have much time to explore her spirituality, although she aligned herself with Wicca. I am exploring older roots and origins of paganism in the United Kingdom and our blood heritage. I'm helping the system to combat agoraphobia. Nadia didn't have much time to explore her spirituality, although she aligned herself with Wicca. I am exploring older roots and origins of paganism in the United Kingdom and our blood heritage. I'm helping the system to combat agoraphobia by making small journeys to connect with ancient elemental and...
Oh, so she's not Pocahontas. She's now a British witch woman that just dresses like Pocahontas. This outfit, bro. This outfit. That's why her spices are from Co-op.
Blood heritage. I'm helping the system to combat agoraphobia by making small journeys to connect with ancient elemental and natural powers, visiting ruins and energy rich...
This is like a cute cosplay video for Witch Talk or whatever, but like you can't say this is educating people about DID.
Sites. Energy from nature is revitalizing and warm. It helps us find a sense of protection.
Why does she keep doing the leg thing from Strange Attraction or whatever the film was called? What's that film? No, Deadly. What's that film called? Where there's like that chick and she's like in the police. She's being interrogated by the police and she just keeps crossing and uncrossing her legs.
And calm. Finding spirits and energies...
Like Wodenism, which is like straight up like fucking like British Nazi fascism.
Willing to grant us protection. A new sense of fulfillment, knowledge, and tranquility. It makes me feel good to learn.
Fatal Attraction, that's the one.
The land and the people.
Doing the Fatal Attraction, bruh. Nobody can say I'm being sexist or gross for saying that that's what she's doing. She's doing that. I'm not like saying it's a bad thing for her to do. I don't give a shit. I just don't think it's educational content either. It's really funny though.
Who used it before us.
It's really funny.
Many British traditions and its folklore have been lost or are no longer celebrated, and I am looking for the threads of our ancient traditional cultures to tie my own connection to the land. I have no interest in organised religion, no hierarchy. Like Nadia did, I'm one of the few in our system who has a higher sensitivity to energies. I spend most of my time learning and applying what I've learned, but the majority of my practice comes from intuition and intention. In 2020 and 2021, I believe we were under a curse. We wished to break off a friendship with a friend who was a witch. We were under a curse.
In 2020 and 2021, they believe they were under a curse. This is what embracing the delusional psychotic aspects of fictive alters can bring you guys. Mental illness, better recovery and integration.
We wished to break off a friendship with a friend who was a witch. She had a rich experience and was surrounded by communities of other witches. We broke off this friendship. They accepted this, came back to us a few months later and asked again. Nin was unsure but said that they would take it slowly. Within a few days, Nin had changed their mind, as that particular system said something horrendously victim-blaming about Chloe, who no longer existed, and implied that perhaps Nin would be smart enough to not let herself be abused again, unlike Chloe.
Was that braided? I thought that's what Dissociadid did to braided. Right? I thought this is what Dissociadid did to braided.
We called it off.
This is what she did to braided, according to the conversations that got leaked after this video was made.
We had to reconnect sometime in the future, not long later, due to a business opportunity. We had to reconnect sometime in the future, not long later, due to a business opportunity. We redeveloped an uneasy friendship, and when this fell through in 2020, our entire world exploded. We were given a jar by then when we were still friends. Sometime after I split off, under the light of a new moon on a Wiccan holiday, I cleansed the jar. I released the spell, and since then, We've no longer had catastrophic things happen to us.
Oh my
The
god,
usual-
is she saying that she hasn't had issues since doing Wiccan magic? This is amazing. On a Wiccan holiday, I cleanse the jar. On a Wiccan holiday, I cleanse the jar. I'm not Wiccan. I do pre-pagan rituals. I'm pre-pagan. I'm more hardcore than that shit. On a Wiccan holiday, I'm more hardcore than Wicca. I'm pre-pagan. I'm pagan, bitch. I'm like that Wicca shit. That's fucking pussy shit. I'm not Wiccan. On a Wiccan holiday.
I believe I was able to cleanse us of a curse, and we have since been seeing a true breakthrough in our healing. This gave me the confidence I needed to start exploring.
I think
my own
she's
path.
just talking about the braided situation, but in reverse. But she might be talking about a whole bunch of them, right? Yeah. Axolotls is wicked. Axolotls. Axolotls. I think it's about axolotls.
I'm searching for connection and healing outside of technology in the modern day. I'm looking for something older, earthier, something powerful. Even if the technological world fails, the Earth will still be there, provided humanity doesn't destroy it first.
I have tried so hard to not focus on the dissociative stuff, as you know, for many years, much to my own channel's downfall in many areas, and I've decided, fuck it for a bit. I've said that.
Campus security was that we had drowned, as many students had drowned in the lake before. Boats were sent out onto the lake, and others saw this and made their own assumptions.
It's Grandad's year of growth and drama. Her latest video has been awful, and stuff like this isn't nearly as awful as her recent stuff, but it's still pretty bad. This has bad ideas in it, claims to be educational. It's not on the same level as her recent content. I'll also agree with that. Reddit are really me the fuck off. I have decided I cannot, I don't want to associate, like, you guys feel free to keep posting my content in the subreddit. I am not going to engage with the subreddit ever again. Not until they have added some more rules, because this subreddit is currently actively farming her. They are now worse than Kiwi Farms because they are actively farming her. The brain dead, obsessive over there have decided that Dissociadid is no longer allowed to wear clothes that isn't like full burqa, basically. They think she's living a haram life. She is not halal. She is living haram. And in the name of the Prophet Muhammad, inshallah, they do not accept that she displays neck in her TikToks.
Hi there, I'm really sorry to hear that our triggers are incompatible. We will never ever ever be uncovered in any video that we make. Even if we're not wearing an actual shirt, we will always be covered, whether that's with a onesie with the shoulders off or some kind of blanket cape or something like that, but I understand your triggers and that's valid. However, the reason that our trapezius and our shoulders and sometimes our clavicle are often visible is because of our own triggers, especially
Now here, she should have just said, but it's my body, and you telling me to cover up is incredibly sexist and gross. Off. My body to do with what I want. If you find my content triggering, unfollow me. That's it. To say that it is offensive to her because it is a trigger of hers to wear clothing on the shoulder, and as she's also going to say, and it's her CFS, it helps her CFS being naked or something. That's where I again say, Chloe, you're disgusting. You need to shut the fuck up. You are in the right in this instant, but you were so desperate to be this pseudo-intellectual educator of the people that you can't help but spread misinformation, bollocks, and utter nonsense into the world every time you seem to open your mouth.
when we're resting or in pain, as we almost always are because of our chronic illnesses, having free movement in our upper body and especially around our shoulders and chest and no pressure there is one of the best ways that we've identified to control our own triggers and our own PTSD. So unfortunately we wouldn't be able to stop doing that because that's how we manage our own triggers, and it would be triggering in itself for us to have to trigger warn, specifically because it would be trigger warning.
Why trigger warn for suicide, rape, anything else basically is not needed. War crimes, you know, when we're looking at Russia, Ukraine, or Afghanistan, you know, there are certain things that we got to trigger warn for because they are triggering to such a huge. Well, it's not triggering. It's not even trigger warning. I don't like the term trigger warning. It's a content warning. It's a content advisory or content warning. It's not a trigger warning. Off actually. No. It doesn't even need to be a trigger warning, does it? It needs to be a content warning. The upcoming content features depictions of rape or discussion of rape. That is the trigger warning. Doesn't need to be called a trigger warning though, because it might not be triggering. It might just be incredibly upsetting or distressing to a person. I want to bring the word trigger back to being just about PTSD, flashback, sensory triggers, you know?
Trigger for you, doing that would be a trigger for us, because it would be regularly drawing our attention to the reason why we've developed these coping skills in order to avoid being triggered by our own CSA and our own PTSD. So while your triggers are completely valid, it looks like it's incompatible with the way that we've learned to manage our own
Sensible opinion, trigger warnings, anti-recovery, I agree, because they stop it from being about you taking advocacy for yourself. Content warnings are fine, but even then, just not necessary. This is what I said when I made my original Dissociated video, guys. Do you remember when I made that original Dissociated video? I said that fucking trigger warnings are fucking the stupidest thing on earth ever, because, like, my triggers are so specific and weird and fucked up that it's impossible to trigger warn for them. And I know that that's the case for most people.
If your triggers involve seeing shoulders or exposed clavicle, this may not be the best place for you, and that's okay. You can see us on YouTube, but here we are almost always dealing with our chronic illnesses. Yeah. We will be in bed, we will be on the sofa, we will be managing and handling our triggers, and this is one of the ways that we do that. And
how many
we have
times
to do that
Dissociated said the word trigger in this video, for fuck's sake?
In ways that are non-triggering or less triggering for us. So please do keep yourself safe. Here is Mango for you.
You know what's triggering? Posting a trigger warning is triggering, but she posts trigger warnings for literally everything else. If she feels she needs to be topless to deal with her own triggers, don't film that way. She seems perfectly capable of putting clothes on for her YouTube videos, so why not film her TikToks on the days she can wear clothes? Remember, Reddit were calling me sexist a couple of weeks ago. This same subreddit were calling me sexist a couple of weeks ago. Little fucking pussy whiny bitch snowflakes that can't handle seeing a fucking piece of skin. Go join Islam and cover the fuck up. Now we found all the women. You know what I said? Fucking Dissociated was creating an army of women perfect for the sneakos of this world. Perfect for the red pill Muslim men of this world. Here are your women. Here they are. Traumatized baby making sandwich machines. Ready to tell other women that they need to cover their shoulders up in case it triggers them. Women, cover the fuck up. Put on more clothing. Dirty whores. Sorry, was that triggering? I'm not bothered by nudity or implied nudity, but that's not the point. The point is that she fails to see, understand, or take accountability for literally anything. Put a camisole on. It's loose and not restrictive, and folks can tell you're wearing clothes. It's also calling bullshit on her. I need to be half naked at all times because of my chronic illness. Like, it just goes on forever. Yeah, this is why Dissociated's defense was fucking the stupidest thing she could have possibly said. It was retarded, I'm saying it. Because it was a really bad defense to give. She should have just said, what the fuck is wrong with you? If you don't want me dressing, like, if you're not okay with how I dress, then unfollow me. Just unfollow. She's fully come out now and acknowledged that her TikTok is not a safe space for all. Less false advertising now. And then, basically, this person and others starts commenting to the point that Dissociated has to block them. And on the original video, you can't see all the comments. But don't worry, guys, because these people are worse than kiwi farms, and I don't want to read them. Dissociated deleted this because she wanted it deleted. Fair enough. That's her right to delete. These people are harassing her. This is somebody harassing her under the false guise of being a fan, so they can screenshot every moment of conversation and immediately post it on Reddit for the updates. They're worse than kiwi farms. I actually think they're quite disgusting at this point. Truly. Truly, truly, truly. And this behavior is being supported and upvoted beyond all other behavior. It's actually disgusting.
Diagnosed with all these new physical issues and incurable diseases and whatever, and it's like, don't be a pussy. If you're gonna take us out, take us out. If you're not gonna take us out, fuck off.
All these new incurable diseases. She keeps getting diagnosed with all these new incurable diseases.
These new physical issues and incurable diseases and whatever, and it's like, don't be a pussy. If you're gonna take us out, take us out. If you're not gonna take us
TikTok
out,
does autoplay, so straight after Dissociadid, they'll probably get e-girls, and then they're probably not bitching at them. It's pathetic and it's disgusting.
out, fuck off.
Guarantee you're right, Clary. I agree, because it's the same doctors that diagnose it. Right. That is that. Thank you so much for watching, loungers. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and maybe even leave a comment, you fucking arsehole.